charged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Now guys, just quickly give me a second. I will explain to you very soon why this video is so long. So please bear with me. Please, trust me, you want to drop a like down below on this video. You will understand why as the video commences. Guys, we are jumping into the 2003 Williams FW35 for our Season 2 summer break video here on our F1 game. You guys know at the end of the Hungarian Grand Prix, it's always the summer break in real life. So I'm doing the same with my career mode. As soon as Hungary commences, it's the summer break, and now we are going to have a little bit of fun in some of the vintage cars. You guys can already have a little bit of a hint to why this video is so long on your screen that just passed. But guys, we are going crazy. It's gonna be, first of all, a last to first challenge. With a 100% race and with absolutely crazy weather conditions. Heavy rain, back to dry, clear weather, back to heavy rain, and then once again back to dry. This is going to be absolute mayhem. You are going to be disappointed if you do not watch this entire video. I absolutely guarantee it. So guys, let's head straight into qualifying. Yeah.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted.
Guys, jumping straight into qualifying. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, please. I would highly appreciate that. Guys, remember when I said this was a last to first challenge? You will see why in just a split second. Here we go, heavy wet conditions, but I didn't really feel like doing a lap. So let's end qualifying quite quickly. There we go, a spectacular crash.
That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Don't worry, Jeff, I am A-okay. We are just starting from the back of the grid. Now, guys, the reason I told you guys that this is such an underrated car is it's the second last V10 car, first of all. Second of all, nobody drives this car online. I've never seen anybody really drive this car. It's an absolutely phenomenal car to drive, and I want to show that this car can run with the Ferrari F2004, basically the fastest V10 car of the historic cars, and I want to prove that this car has the pace to not only run with that car, but to beat it. The reason for wet qualifying is to make the grid line up a little bit more interesting when it simulates the session. But guys, as soon as the race commences, I will explain to you guys why this video is so long. So please stay tuned.
Based in the magnificent Ardennes countryside, Spa hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925. This historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike. So it's welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa Franchochamps then, a 4.35 mile tour of the Ardennes countryside with 9 right corners and 10 left corners, giving us a grand total of 19. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in these conditions, we won't be seeing anything like that today.
Okay, don't worry about making places into one, it's far too tight. Concentrate on a clean exit so you get good momentum down the Camel Straight.
Guys, listen to your boy on this side of the mic. You want to be subscribed. Hashtag trust me. Now guys, there's not really strategy you can make for this race. So yeah, we're gonna have to strategize as we go along. Please enjoy the formation lap with me. Ferrari, with vintage cars, with crazy weather, 100% race. It's gonna be nuts as we head to 5 red lights, and it's go, go, go for the Belgium Grand Prix. Yeah, of the summer break. You guys know it's P20 on the grid. We have to fight our way all the way to the front. We've got 44 laps to do that, and we are starting in soaking wet conditions as the 2010 Ferrari is leading the way from the 2010 Red Bull. Then the 2009 Braun car, then another 2010 Red Bull, 2009 Braun, 2010 McLaren, and then the last 2010 Ferrari. Now guys, here's what's going to make this race much harder. In the dry, the 2004 Ferrari and the 2003 Williams, which we are driving, is OP on this track. But now you put these cars in wet weather. Those old cars, the 2004 Ferrari and the 2003 Williams. Oh, is this major contact between the Braun and the McLaren there? Let's just quickly have a replay of that. The McLaren slipstreams the Braun, goes for the move around the outside, heading into the braking zone, a much earlier braking zone because it's the wet weather. But as they go through the corner, the Braun just gives the McLaren no space, and there's a little bit of wheel banging. The McLaren loses 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. That's a bit bad. Guys, just please have a look at my start. It was quite a crazy start to say the least. But let's get back to what I was saying, because I want to tell you guys what's going to happen and then why this video is so long. Remember guys, in the wet, all the cars, the 2004 Ferrari and the 2003 Williams have got traction control. This generation of F1 cars had traction control because they nearly had 1,000 horsepower with those naturally aspirated V10 engines. So, and they were on semi-slick grooved tires, so they had to have traction control, otherwise these cars would not have stopped spinning. So in the wet, we are useless, especially my car. My car is basically one of the worst cars of the classic cars in the C1 class. There's 3 classes, C1, C2, C3. As the cars get older and they are a bit slower, they fall into different categories, but we are only driving with all the cars in the C1 class, the fastest cars of the vintage class. Okay, so first of all, myself and my teammate in the other 2003 Williams and the 2004 Ferraris are at a major disadvantage this early in the race, and when the rain is gonna come hit again. Because with our cars having traction control, we cannot put the power down when we want. We put the power down when the car allows it. And guys, I still drive with traction control off, and because the cars have built-in traction control, even with traction control off, the traction control is just so strong. Now, the grippy cars, when the aerodynamic era basically started from 2006. The 2009 Braun and all the 2010 cars, that's the 2010 McLaren, 2010 Ferrari and the 2010 Red Bull, they are OP on tracks that demand high downforce and in any wet conditions. So in the wet stage of this race, me and the 2004 Ferraris are going to struggle so much to keep up with these guys. We only have a slight advantage in the straights when we go over the 300km/h mark, because our cars are a little bit lighter, they are smaller, and they have bigger top end because they've got more power. But as you guys see, the 2010 and 2009 cars are leading the way, and now basically for us 2003 and 2004 cars, all the other cars in the middle, for say the 2006 Renault, the 2007 Ferrari and the 2008 McLaren, they are all corks in the bottle for us to get through. But because it's wet weather, they basically have the same pace as we do. So getting through them was going to be a major task. But guys, here's the little twist in the whole story. As soon as the weather is fading away and the track gets dry, then the 2003 Williams and the 2004 Ferrari, as you guys see, even in the wet on the straights, we are not a little OP, we are majorly OP. That is when we are going to have to pounce and make our presence felt. So we are basically waiting for the track to dry up so we can start pushing. So there is still so much that can happen in this race. And finally, the part you guys have been waiting for. The reason this video is so stinking long, guys, this video originally was more than an hour and a half long. If I cut out any more footage, you guys would not have had any idea what was going on in this race. Because the race is 100% race distance, or 44 laps, and there was so much going on, if I left out any more detail, trust me, you guys we're going to be lost. even with the amount of detail that is currently in the video, you guys are still going to struggle to keep up with what's happening. So please put your concentration and hyped cap on, and please enjoy this video with me, but make sure you stay with me with what's happening. As you guys see, we underfueled the car because I knew I was going to spend so much time in lean mixture. But as you guys see, even in the rain, I managed to squeeze some pace out of the car as the McLaren of Coppens nearly rams me off of the track and ends my race only at the beginning of lap 3. We overtake the 2007 Ferrari, but we are still behind the 2008 McLaren of Coppens. Guys, here's a replay. Oh no, this is actually I think this is my teammate actually chasing down one of these 2008 McLarens. So guys, look at the top end speed of this 2010 car. This is actually the next lap where I overtake Coppens. Sorry, this is the very next lap 4 where I overtake Coppens. As you guys see, in the straight line, this 2003 Williams and the 2004 Ferrari are OP thanks to their massive amounts of horsepower and their massive amounts of torque. Guys, my Williams nearly revs 20,000 RPM. Do you have any idea how much that is? 20,000 RPM. That is absolutely astonishing. So you guys are still in for one crazy race. As you guys see, one of the Brawn finally gets the move done on one of the two 2010 Red Bull cars. So now the 2010 Ferrari is leading the way with the Brawn and P2. And as you guys see, the rain is already starting to dim down a bit. And as the rain gets less, the 2004 Ferrari and myself and my teammate in the 2003 Williams are starting to get even faster. But we are still about half a second to a full second a lap slower than the 2010 and 2009 cars. So we've still got a lot of pace to make up. But guys, sit back, relax, because you are still in for one hell of a long video. I know it's long, but please stay with me. You are not going to be disappointed. I guarantee that with 200%. Trust me, this race just keeps getting better. As now the two teammates and the 2010 Red Bulls are now fighting each other as they go up Eau Rouge, now heading down I wouldn't call it a back straight, basically the main straight, but it's because everybody knows the straight at Spa. They're going side by side, heading into the 5th corner, and the Red Bull that was in 4th now takes the podium position away from his one Red Bull buddy. And now guys, this is the leader of the race at this stage, the 2010 Ferrari. Guys, I do not know all the names of the AI driving in just Grand Prix mode. They've got quite hard names, so I'm just gonna go according to the cars. Please try and learn the helmet. But it's the 2010 Ferrari leading the way from the 2009 Brawn, then the 2010 Red Bull in P3. The other 2010 Red Bull is still in P4. There's a little bit of a glitch there in the background with tires just on the grid. Then you've got the other 2009 Brawn in P5, the 2010 McLaren in P6. P7 is the first of the earlier generation V10 cars. So that's the 2004 Ferrari. 8th is the other 2010 Ferrari. 9th, the other 2010 McLaren, and in 10th place we've got the first one of the late 2000s cars. It's a 2007 Ferrari that was driven by Kimi Raikkonen and won the 2007 Formula 1 World Championship. Then it's ourselves, P11. The other 2004 Ferrari is in P12, and then my teammate is all the way down in P15. But those are the 4 cars you guys need to start keeping an eye on, because we are the cars that are starting to charge through the rest of the grid. So you guys see now the rain is starting to go away. And I think if you really want to take a gamble, especially with our cars having grooved tires, it might be time to come in and pit. So you guys see the leaders are staying out for another lap. There is still quite a significant amount of spray, but the track was drying out immensely fast. And I think this was really not a bad time to come in for slick tires. Let's see, the first 2004 Ferrari, he decides to stay out another lap. And guys, also remember, not one of these cars have DRS. So we don't have that little notification at the top of our screen saying DRS has been enabled to know it's now time to go pit. You have to guess. So as you guys see, the P10 2007 Ferrari is diving into the pit lane with myself and the other 2004 Ferrari right behind him. We think it's time to go onto the slick tires. Well, in our case, the semi-slick grooved tires, but we are just going to call them slicks for safety reasons and not to make you guys too confused. So you guys see me and the 2007 Ferrari have a very good pit stop. My pit stop was actually much faster. The 2004 Ferrari gets held up a little bit, but guys, now it is our time to shine and our time to start becoming OP.
On the exit, we'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Thank you for that notification, Jeff. Guys, it's only lap 10 of 44. We've still got a long way to go. So anything and everything can still happen in this Grand Prix. As you guys will now see the strength of these 2010 cars. The poor 2007 V8 Ferrari has got no defense against my OP Williams.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Okay, good. So we've got at least about 10 laps of smooth, dry weather running ahead of us, and this is the lap times that all the V10 cars have to make count. Now you guys see the leaders of the race, they have to dive into the pit lane now, because as you guys see, there is barely any spray. Some sections of the track did have some spray, but this final part of the track has got no spray on it whatsoever. So it is time to get rid of the wet tires. And guys, now as well as these guys, they're gonna have to push flat out to make sure that they stay ahead of us, because firstly, charging is going to be the first 2004 Ferrari, then myself, then the second 2004 Ferrari, and then my teammate is going to come from way behind. But let's see what that other 2003 Williams FW25 can do. As the leader is coming into the pit lane. Guys, look at the massive lead he has built towards the rest of the grid. This is absolutely brilliantly done from the 2010 Ferrari. And now he comes out of the pit lane. He will still lead the race by a significant amount, but now it is his time to make sure he gets basically quali laps done every single lap of this dry stint. Because as soon as it starts raining again, which I'm pretty sure it will later on in the race, the 2010 car of the 2003 and 2004 cars, the V10 cars, are going to have a major problem once again. Guys, just a quick little note. When I talk about the aero cars, that's the 2009 and 2010 cars which are currently leading the race. When I talk about the V10 cars, that is actually, I should talk about the aero cars, it's the V8 cars. They are the V8 cars, those are the leaders of the race at this stage. The V10 cars is us and the 2004 Ferraris. Here is the first 2004 Ferrari, and now you guys listen to that beautiful V10 as it just screams along. And here it is myself, now going after one of the 2010 McLarens and the second 2010 Ferrari. So you guys see, I just come and catch them as if they are searching for parking in a parking lot. We overtake two cars on one straight, and that just shows you guys how strong these V10 cars are, as my teammate does the exact same as I do, a double overtake on two cars. And now it is time to charge like never before, because this is where we are going to get ourselves into the top 10 and get some points. And we have to make sure that we are inside the top 10 before the next rain period starts, because guys, remember, just as quickly as it got dry in this race, it's got to get wet in this race again, because once again, remember, the conditions are heavy wet rain conditions to completely dry clear conditions, back to heavy rain conditions, and then once again back to fully clear dry conditions. So this race is really gonna end with a bang. Will it end with rainy conditions or with a last few laps of dry running? You will have to stay tuned to see. As you guys see, two cars, the 2010, one of the 2010 Red Bulls and the 2009 Brawn, stayed out one extra lap on their wet tires, which I think was not a really viable strategy, because they lost a heap amount of time. I even think we will be able to catch them and overtake them, because seriously, that was a massive loss in time for these guys. So you guys see, we jump onto our personal POV as we go purple and set the fastest lap of the race. That shows you guys that we have got major pace through the first quarter, first gear, down up to second gear to get the traction control to kick out a bit earlier.
Just over 10 minutes time, rain in 10 minutes.
Are you kidding me? 2 laps ago you said no rain in sight, and now it's as I go past the 2010 Red Bull, heading into Eau Rouge. That was a really ballsy move from myself, but you guys see, there's the Broad. We find ourselves all the way up into P6.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
Guys, that's still about 10 laps of dry weather running, so I'm still going to use this as much as possible to gain the biggest advantage at the stage. Guys, let's quickly run through the top 10 after all the pit stops have been made. The 2010 Ferrari is still leading the way, holding the name of Ferrari high. 2009 Brawn in P2 with the 2010 Red Bull P3. Then we've got a 2010 McLaren in P4 trying to chase down these other two drivers. Then P5 it is the 2004 Ferrari, the first one. Myself in P6 in the 2003 Williams. Then it's the 2010 Brawn P7, 2010 Red Bull P8. 2010 McLaren P9, and then the second 2010 Ferrari P10, but he is quickly being chased down by the P11 man, who is this car, the 2004 Ferrari that gave Michael Schumacher another world championship World Championship. So you guys, this is us trying to chase down the car ahead, but we are just a little bit too far away. Now guys, look at the speed of this 2004 Ferrari. There is absolutely nothing that his younger brother can do about it. That V8 just doesn't have this V10's performance and straight line speed. As well as guys, these V10 cars have got a heck of a lot less downforce than the later cars. As you guys see now, what I wanted to prove about the 2003 Williams FW35, that it can match the 2004 Ferrari and also be faster. Guess who is on the back of the 2004 Ferrari with, once again, if you guys missed it in the beginning of the video, we are driving against max amount AI. All these AI are set to 110 out of 110, and this is absolutely crazy as we take P5 from the 2004 Ferrari, and now we are busy chasing after the leaders. Guys, just a quick rewind back onto that straight. Here is my teammate trying to chase down a 2007 Ferrari and doing it with ease. He blasts past the Ferrari, and now he is chasing after the 2010 Ferrari, which was the 2004 Ferrari ahead of him just overtook. Now we jump onto the next lap, guys. Here is the second, the second 2004 Ferrari that's running a bit further down the grid. He is now chasing after a 2010 Williams. That Red Bull and Braun that just passed through your shot was the Red Bull and Braun I overtook when they came out of the pit lane that went one extra lap on their wet tires. So these guys are charging really quickly. Now we go back to my teammate who has also caught up to the back of that 2010 Ferrari. Guys, look at the speed. He slows down a bit because he came onto the Ferrari a little bit quick there, but he passed the Ferrari with the utmost amount of ease. And now we are a little bit under pressure from the 2004 Ferrari, but slowly but surely we are starting to get away from underneath him. Now we are chasing after the 2010 McLaren, and as you guys see, this is for P4 now. Yes, this is actually for P4. I took P5 from the Ferrari, and now we go past him once again with the utmost amount of ease, and the Ferrari tries to go around the outside of the McLaren. Guys, the V8 cars have got so much more grip mid corner and corner exit that it's so hard to overtake them going halfway through a corner or coming out of a corner. That's why with these V10 cars you have to overtake them going into the corner or before you get to the corner. That's why we have to use our straight line speed as much as possible. And even with these lower downforce cars, the V10 cars, they can still take Eau Rouge flat out, but because the 2004 Ferrari down get there because he is too fast for the 2010 McLaren. But now, as you guys see, we are trying. We started P20. We are only on lap 18, and now we are busy chasing after Levasseur in his 2010 Red Bull, who has fallen away from the 2009 Braun ahead of him. And this is for a podium position, guys, going down through Eau Rouge. As you guys see here, that beautiful V10 screaming past up through Eau Rouge. As we get to the top of Eau Rouge, we are already mounting a move, and we are past him even before we go down the Camel Straight. So that is absolutely beautiful. Now let's look at the second 2010 Ferrari as he goes for the move on the Braun GP car. And now it is also the turn of our teammate maybe to make a move on a car just ahead of him, but it doesn't look like it just yet. Now heading to the end of that lap, guys. Here is the Ferrari that is actually behind me. So at this stage, the V10 cars, it's myself, then the two Ferraris, and then my teammate is the fourth and last V10 car. So you guys see an easy move heading into the bus stop chicane for the 2004, the leading 2004 Ferrari. Well, the leading Ferrari of the two 2004 Ferraris, as we are now going after the 2009 Braun car. And as you guys see, I think even the Ferrari behind me will have the speed to take the Braun as well as myself. Guys, we literally take out more than a second from the first corner all the way down to the end of the Camel Straight. That's how fast these V10 cars are in a straight line. And the fact that we can take Eau Rouge flat out, that helps a major amount. So you guys see, I easily squeezed by the Braun, but I think the Ferrari is just going to be a little too far back. I actually hope you guys are enjoying these beautiful V8 and V10 engine sounds from these vintage cars. This is what F1 is supposed to sound like. It sounds absolutely beautiful. As my teammate goes for the move on the 2010 McLaren, he makes it look easy like usual, and now he's chasing after the second 2009 Braun GP car. And as you guys see now, when we start the next lap, it's already starting to get majorly overcast again, and now it is time for the the leading 2004 Ferrari to overtake the Brawn, which I am just ahead of. Guys, to the second sector, the the V8 cars, they really stayed with us, but they couldn't get closer or pass us. So, but when we got to this part of the lap and the very end part, which is also basically flat out, the V8 cars have got no answer whatsoever for us. As also my teammate overtakes the second of the two Brawn GP cars. It's a beautiful move from my teammate. And guys, now heading to the leader of the race. Once again, we haven't seen much of him lately. And now let's actually see. Oh guys, that's an engine failure. Look, listen to how slowly he's going. And the rain has started to fall once again. This has just gotten immensely interesting. Have we just played with our lead, pitting one lap later? It was too dry to come in for the wets at the end of the previous lap. But guys, after that very tense moment, let's quickly have a little bit of a laugh. As the game glitched, guys, look at the Brawn. Rear tires go on, but as he comes out of the pit lane, the tires go invisible. Guys, this entire stint, that Brawn drove like that. It had the rear tires fitted, but for some reason the game glitched and made the tires seem invisible. Guys, it was so hard to concentrate on this stint because every time I would look behind me, I would see that Brawn without rear tires. It just looks so weird, it's not even funny. But in any case, guys, now you guys can see I am the cork in the bottle. I am the guy holding up everybody else, myself and the 2004 Ferrari, as all these V8 cars are trying to get past us two V10 cars. But guys, I was just refusing to give up the lead. We are at this stage 6 cars battling away for the lead. The only sad thing, I actually felt bad for the V8 cars because they would get alongside me and the 2004 Ferrari, but they just didn't have the acceleration or the speed to get past us in a straight line. They had the mid-corner speed and the corner exit, but not the speed that they needed after the corner to go into a straight line section. As you guys see, the 2004 Ferrari actually does overtake me, but now going down the camel straight, he gives me slipstream. Remember, no DRS with these vintage cars, and we go side by side heading into the chicane after the camel straight, and I just completely shut the door in the Ferrari's face. And now you guys will see here, one of the other 2004 Ferraris has caught on. So now we are 7 cars battling for this position as he passes the Brawn and the Red Bull, and now he slots himself into P4 behind the rear tireless Brawn GP car. Guys, that's so funny. He does not have rear tires. Ooh, look at the 2010 McLaren there as he goes for a very ballsy move around the outside of the Ferrari. So the Ferrari falls back to, that's P5 now. But now these speed sections of the Ferrari will have the advantage because he is close to these guys and he will have the speed advantage. Oh, that beautiful sound of all these vintage cars coming past, guys. Just listen. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh guys, I've got goosebumps. I've literally got goosebumps. This sounds absolutely phenomenal. I repeat, this is how F1 cars are supposed to sound. I go with Vettel. Not completely. Bring back old engines, but no, don't bring back the V12s. Bring back the V10s. I'm a V10 guy. Bring back the V10s. This, guys, where otherwise on earth will you hear this beautiful sound? Some of you might not like it. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. And now once again we are going after Giles, who has passed us going into the bus stop chicane. Now going after him once again down the camel straight. We go past them. We have just started lap 31 or 44. So the race is nearing its end factors. But guys, at this stage the rain did not seem like it was going to part. So maybe this was going to be the conditions till the end of the race. As now you guys see the very next lap, I have defended my lead successfully going through the next lap. But now the second 2004 Ferrari of Correa is going past the rear wheel-less Brawn GP, and he is now into P3. So it's now 3 V10 cars on the podium, a BMW Williams FW35 and 2 2004 Ferrari F2004s. That's literally the car's name, the Ferrari F2004. As you guys see, Giles is still trying to get past me, but I am just refusing him to go past because this is a last to first challenge, and after the 2010 Ferrari retired, I inherited P1. So I am defending with everything I've got because I know if it gets dry again, which it probably won't, I will be too far behind to go and catch these guys. So I am defending with everything I've got. But I'm actually glad I defended this hard because, guys, this sound. There is no more beautiful sound than that. That is a fact, man. Oh my word, that's beautiful. As you guys see, me and the Ferrari are still battling. We're heading into the bus stop chicane. I am defending quite aggressively, but I'm trying to avoid contact. And I have to be honest, I didn't make any contact at this stage with the Ferrari. I honestly didn't. In the wet weather, driving this car. And also, before you guys, not insult me, but blame me, I did not have any practice with this car so far in wet weather. I have driven this car around the Belgium GP circuit. I have driven this car around Spa, but I have never ever driven this car in the wet. This was a challenge like never before for me. This actually, to a certain extent, was harder than driving the F2 cars in the rain. But I have to say this, I enjoyed every single second of it. And now, guys, you guys see that the Giles has overtaken me once again in that 2004 Ferrari, and I'm under pressure from the Ferrari from behind as well. So you guys see, I am so much more confident onto the brakes heading into the bus stop chicane. These guys, I don't know why they brake that early. They've got the brakes behind them. They don't have to brake that early, but that's their choice. You guys saw the AI at the beginning of the video was set to 110. They are at max difficulty. And I think that just added to the fun factor of this Grand Prix. This is something that I will never be able to subscribe to everybody. But guys, look at this little miracle coming our way. As I take a terrible line through that corner. Oh my word, I clipped the grass on the inside and I mounted the curb like I'm a 4x4 driver. Which these cars are not built for, by the way. Now the two Ferraris are going side by side as we head to the end of the lap. But guys, the miracle I was talking about is, look, the rain has departed, but the track is still immensely wet. But guys, if I want any hope of winning this race, it's only a matter of time till these guys overtake me if we stay out on the wets. I have to pit, I have to strap on the slick tires to run to the end of this race, even if it is only for 5 laps. That is the fastest way for me to finish this race. So will I dive into the pit lane come the end of this lap? The time to prove myself is now. And yes, I dive the car to the pit lane as my rivals stay out on their wet tires. I was going to take the gamble of all gambles, and we will see if this is going to pay off or absolutely blow up in my face. Let's hope it does not blow up, that it actually pays off. As we go into the pit lane, the car stops, a quick pit stop out of the pit lane, the only car in the pit lane. Now let's see if we actually are the only car pitting. Now it is absolutely crunch time. Guys, if you guys have not realized what just happened, we have defended our lead successfully. One of the other V10 Ferraris, well, the 2004 Ferrari, has stayed out 2 laps extra than myself on the wet tires. And Giles, that is the name of the Ferrari driver, he has just bottled the potential win of this race completely. But guys, now another fun part starts. All the V10 cars are gonna have a battle to see who takes home that final cherry of the cake to take home fastest lap of the race. Let's get this going. As we come across the line, we set a fastest purple sector, but not the fastest lap. Now let's start the 4th to last lap, lap 41 or 44. This has been an absolutely incredible race. It's been very long, but you guys see, come to the end of the lap, it's already much brighter outside. The sun is starting to show its head and the clouds are starting to depart. We come across the line, we set a 1 minute 46.1, but Correa is gonna best us with a 1 minute 46, and now even Quesada best us. That's a V8 car. Well, maybe the V8 cars do not have too bad pace here in the dry. Let's go on to oh guys, it's actually our teammate, that very same lap that we set the fastest lap, the start of that lap. He is going for an overtake on the 2010 McLaren to get himself up another position. So guys, even these last 5 laps, for him the last 5 laps, the last 5 laps, those slick tires are paying dividends. We are coming to the end of lap 42 to start our penultimate lap of this race. We're going to come across the line. We did go green in the middle sector. We go green third sector, 145.4. Yes, it does get bettered by Igor Correa, 145.2. So me and Correa are having a fastest lap battle. That is the leading one of the two 2004 Ferraris. We come through the final corner, have a little bit of a tank slap coming out. We cross the line, 1 minute 44.9 for ourselves. Does Correa better us? No, he doesn't. Does anybody else better us, actually? Remember the other Ferrari and the Williams. Giles has got to cross the line almost. He's got to... Okay.
Correa behind. The gap behind us is 3.3 seconds. The time last lap was a 1 minute 45.1.
Guys, if you guys didn't see Giles just quickly set the fastest lap. So now it belongs to the second Ferrari. And this is the final lap, and we are already 1.6 tenths down on the first sector. But I know I've got time to gate in the second and third sector. So we are still going to go for the fastest lap of this race. You guys can see I'm pushing flat out, using all the track that is given to me. But guys, that has basically been this race. Guys, one thing I have to tell you guys, I understand why people don't do 100% races the whole time. This is so tiring, it is so demanding when it comes to your concentration. I really suffered this entire race. No, not suffered, that's a lie, I didn't suffer. But I really had to dig way down deep to keep my concentration after we passed the 50% mark, which is lap 22. I really had to focus, and then the second wet weather period hit, and I was just absolutely out of it for a few laps there. That's why I was under pressure so much from the other cars. But guys, we have pulled through. We have proven that this Williams deserves to be one of the top cars of the vintage cars. It beats both the 2004 Ferraris and the 2010 cars. And we are going to come across the line, spoiler alert, to take the fastest lap. And guys, I'm tired, but let's have a little bit of joy for this final pod. We round the final corner of the bus stop chicane, and we are going to take the win for the last to first summer break challenge.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Guys, what a summer break video behind us. It's not really a summer break video, it's a summer excitement video. Guys, let's quickly run through the top 10. Myself at the Williams P1, Ferrari 2004 Ferrari P2, Braun GP P3. I actually got startled by that transition of the car that I just put in. Nice, Turbo, get startled by your own transition. But you guys saw the top 10 there. Sorry, I'm a little bit too slow there. If you want to see the top 10, please go back. I think our teammate in the second BMW ended 7th, with the other Ferrari of Giles P5 or P6. But guys, this proves to you guys that if the weather plays a role, that the 2010 cars can still, well, the V8 cars can still be majorly competitive when it comes to the wet weather. That's why I chose a circuit where all the cars will have a legitimate chance to win this race. But the podium is topped by 2 V10 cars, and in the third place goes to a 2009 V8 Aero car in the form of the Braun GP car. But guys, that has been this video. If you've stayed till this part of the video, you rock. Honestly, you rock. This video is long, I get that, but guys, once again I repeat, I couldn't cut out any more footage, otherwise you guys will not have understood what happened in this race. And you guys saw already, it looks like a lot, but trust me, I literally cut out more than half. Literally, I cut out more than half. That's how epic and action-packed this race was. I literally just took the best moments. This video is a highlight video of the best moments. Seriously, the highlights just don't pay it any any support, seriously. But guys, once again, that has been this video. Thank you so much for watching and staying till the end. You rock. If you like what you see today, please drop a like on the video down below. If you really like what you see today, please, and you are new, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ding the bell. Not all my videos are this immensely long. Actually, this is the first video I've ever done that is almost 50 minutes long. So please don't be threatened. Well, don't be scared. Sorry, not threatened. Don't be scared. Not all my videos are this long, and I guarantee my videos will always be action-packed. So please, if you're new, subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell. And guys, also remember to share this video on all your social media platforms, and then you will have a future shout-out in one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. You guys rock for staying till the end. I'll see y'all when we go to Spa for the F1 season. Cheers!